Skinny Harder Way 7T, back with another EP. And today I'm here with a little different T. I ain't gonna be here too long, so do your boy a favor when you come in, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Really appreciate it. Today I'm here with a little different EP. It's surrounding Tank Davis. You know, Tank Davis has a fight coming up May the 28th versus Roger Romero. Tank Davis has been making headlines recently. One, for the actual press conference with Rolly Romero himself, and two, because he, volunteered the information that this very well could be his last fight with Mayweather Promotions. So they got the people going. This was last week, and also Floyd Mayweather, uh, thought it would be a good idea to have his press conference on the same day as Rolly Romero's press conference to announce his fight with Don Moore. You know what I mean? It caused, Tank Davis to respond. Now we don't know if Tank Davis was directly responding, to Floyd Mayweather and what he did, but um, it did kind of look that way. Gervonta Tank Davis said that no matter how much money a person has, they still could be jealous, of another person. And most people thought, that was him referencing, Floyd Mayweather. I'm also one of those people. So we had a huge dust up, a mix up about that and what Tank Davis would do and where Tank Davis, might end up. But recently, more recently than that, which was last week, this week, 2 days ago, Tank Davis was giving an interview, and I think it was I forget exactly who was giving him the interview, but Tank Davis has stated something that was interesting to me, and I'm going to read exactly word for word exactly what Tank Davis read in a minute. But before I do that, I want to say this: a lot of people have an opinion, on what Tank Davis should do, where Tank Davis should go, and all of that good stuff. What's good, Just Do. Appreciate you sliding through this, Judge. When the news first broke, I for once, didn't understand it. I was confused. It kind of came out of nowhere to me. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, Tank Davis should leave Floyd, but I never heard, Floyd say that. I never heard Tank Davis say that, never got that feel from it. And then I heard Floyd himself say, which also was kind of, shocking to me. When Floyd finally came out and he did speak about it, Floyd said, well, I've done a lot for Tank. If he feels like he needs to leave, then, I'm behind him 100%, he could do so. So that got me thinking like, damn, Floyd seemed way too calm, about his best asset, leaving TMT and the money team, you know what I mean? So I said, it must really be a problem there. And then we had Floyd with the press conference, Tank Davis saying what he's saying and everything. And this isn't the first time that Floyd and Tank, had a spat or a fallout, of the sort. But this time, it does feel real, or it felt real. It felt like this was the most serious or the most like intense fallout that they had because Gervonta Tank Davis found need to, to freely announce that this will be his last fight. This will be his last fight on his current contract with TMT and Floyd Mayweather. But again, now back to my point. But recently, even more recent, like 2 days ago, Tank Davis came out and he said that he most definitely will be. Who else would like to get a new metal? I think you need to fix your phone. I think you need to fix your phone, Jago. Tank Davis came out. Yeah, you need to fix your phone, bro. Yeah, Tank Davis came out. Tank Davis came out and said that, he wouldn't mind staying with Floyd Mayweather. Let me tell you exactly what it says, so I won't misquote. I'm finna read you exactly what Tank Davis said. He said that the statement that I got up, in this one is exactly what he said. He said that he has the best team in the game. This is Tank Davis speaking, and I quote, "If the money is right, I feel like I have the best team in boxing. So whatever decision we come up with, I think is the smartest decision." And those words are coming straight out of Tank Davis's mouth, coming straight from Tank Davis. He said that if the money is right, shit, and he said if the money is right, he wouldn't mind going back because he feel like he has the best team to put him in the best position. And I thought that was interesting, you know what I mean? So even with Floyd and Tank having their spat, even with Floyd and Tank, having their disagreements, Javante Tank Davis, still came out and he said, yeah, turn your phone off and turn it back on. Tank Davis still came out and he said, that he wouldn't mind signing to Floyd, that he thinks Floyd is the person to put him in the best position. So I feel like that right there, that kind of put things more into perspective, for me. Because for a second I was thinking, it's real bad. But it's not that bad because Tank Davis came out and he said, that he's willing and open to signing back with Floyd Mayweather. But now what I think personally, now this is my thoughts. Al Green, what's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Al Green. Glad you could make it. Now, 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 when this first dropped, me personally, I thought it was over. You know what I mean? But now, with Tank saying that, I just feel like Tank wants maybe more money, and then he wouldn't mind going back to Floyd Mayweather in the money team. This is what it sounds like. It doesn't now. The feel that I'm getting from it isn't a feel that Tank Davis is going to split from Floyd. The feel that I'm getting is that Tank Davis now the feel that I'm getting is that Tank Davis could just want a pay increase to stay on the money team because he straight up said out of his mouth that he has the best team around him. You know what I mean? And I really can't disagree with that. You know what I mean? We could say, well, Tank hasn't, fought this guy, or Tank hasn't fought that guy. But when you really look deep down into who Tank has fought, he has, probably fought the best guys of the crop of young guys. You know what I mean? He is also the oldest of the crop of young guys, so he's expected to have fighting the best. But I also think that Tank Davis, quote unquote, hasn't fought anybody thing is a little bit overrated when you look at his resume, as a whole. Some people feel like, oh well, he should leave Floyd Mayweather to get those big fights or whatsoever. But me personally, I feel like that he can make those fights inside of Floyd, inside of the TMT with Floyd Mayweather. I feel like a conversation needs to be had between Tank and between Floyd, about getting them in there with bigger name fighters because a lot of people, most people don't know shit about boxing. So a lot of people don't know that Isaac Cruz was a top 5 ranked, lightweight at the time that Tank Davis fought him. You know what I mean? Isaac Cruz was top 5. Now, most people don't know shit about boxing, so I don't expect most people to understand. I don't expect most people to know that. You know what I mean? So Isaac was top 5, but we've hit a point where we want to see Tank in there with bigger names, not necessarily better fighters, because most people don't know shit about boxing. They don't know that Tank Davis just got out of there with a top 5 lightweight. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I want to see Tank in there with better fights. Tank ain't fought nobody. When Tank has fought, the highest ranked opponents out of most of the young guys. You get what I mean? But I will say is I want to see Tank in more high profile fights. I want to see Tank in fights with people that more match his ability, that more match his name, that'll give us that thought, oh, well, maybe Tank may lose this, he may lose that. Now, Isaac Cruz was most definitely a top 5 ranked opponent, but Isaac Cruz didn't bring that shock and that awe and that wow factor to the poor. Oh, he could beat Tank Davis. Now, not saying that he very well could maybe probably have, beat Tank Davis, has the ability or the game plan or the defense or the power to beat Tank Davis, but the fans wouldn't know that because we don't really know Isaac Cruz or he doesn't really have that name. I think really what people want is for Tank Davis to fight somebody with a more recognizable name. That doesn't even necessarily mean a harder fight for Tank, just more so a more recognizable name for Tank. But this video right here was to inform y'all that Tank Davis said that he is open to going back to the money team. He said that he has the best team in the game, and if they're willing, you know, he said if the price is right, which I think if they're willing to, up his pay or up his fight purses per fight, that he wouldn't mind staying with the money team because he feel like that they're the best promotional team in the game. This came straight from Tank Davis' mouth, no cap, fabrication, or nothing like that. So y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm gonna be hitting y'all with, I got 4 fight prediction videos that's dropping today. Tank Davis, Errol Spence, Alyssa Bumgarner versus Matias, Conor Benn versus Ben Herron, and Tommy McCarthy versus Bellinger Smith. I got those fight breakdowns coming up soon, so be on the lookout. Just wanted to come in real quick and tell y'all exactly what Tank Davis has said. And again, I'm going to read it again for you so you guys know that it's no fabrication. But while y'all here, this came straight for Tank Davis' mouth too. But while y'all here, y'all do your boy a favor, hit that like button when you come in because I ain't going to be here long. About to end this video pretty soon. Just wanted to tell y'all exactly what Tank Davis said. Tank Davis told Fight Hub TV that he wants more cash. Tank Davis said, if the money is right, I feel like I have the best team in boxing. So whatever decision we come up with, I think is the smartest decision. Tank also said, I just surround myself with people that I started with, but I'm not somebody that walks around with my head up my ass. But I like to be chill. I stay in my own personal space, and I don't like to bother anybody. So Tank Davis said he is open to stand with Floyd Mayweather if the money is right. He said that he is open to stand with Floyd Mayweather if the money is right. But that's all I got. Skin the Hardaway Sutton T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.